Hey everybody, it's beautiful me, 16, logging back onto YouTube. And I want to first of all give a shout out to Dora Lee. That's her YouTube name. She's the one that gave me the suggestion to do this video about this topic. Um I actually made this same video, but YouTube said it was too long and they wouldn't let me put it on my channel. So I'm gonna make it again, and this time make it shorter so that it will fit on my YouTube channel, because I really do want you guys to hear what I have to say about this topic. Um but yeah, so teens having sex. This is a very serious topic to me. I have friends who have gotten pregnant at a young age. Um, and it's just serious. Like, I feel like teens aren't aware of how serious, that one decision is. Having sex with somebody is a very serious decision. So let's just jump right into it. So first off, I did some research beforehand so I can have some facts to base off, and I took notes or whatever. So if I look down, I'm reading notes, not like whatever. Okay, so most people begin having sex in their later teen years, although 13% of teens have had sex by age 15. That's really young. And then that number in itself is kind of low. I feel like more like there's a higher percentage of teens having sex at a young age. I feel like if you are gonna have sex, just know the consequences, know the facts. Just be aware of what you're doing, because there's a lot more. There's a lot that goes into it. And that stuff increases your risk of a unintended pregnancy, STI or STD. So that's very serious. Um, so my advice to you guys, if you are young and you're dating a guy and he wants to have sex with you, if you're trying to decide if he's the right guy, because they all say wait till you found the right guy, and then at church they say wait until you're married, which may be hard for some of you all. So if you're trying to decide if this guy is worth it, um, because uh, most guys will tell you that they love you just to get into your pants, and they may tell you early on, I love you, you mean so much to me, blah 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 blah. When I think about when a guy tells me that he loves me, I compare it to the love that my parents have for me. Okay, I know that my parents love me very much. They love me no matter what. No matter how many times I get in trouble at school, no matter how many times I make them mad, no matter how many times I misbehave, I know that they're going to always, care about me and be there for me. They're going to still provide me with clothes, shoes, my basic needs, um, through everything, and they're gonna always be there for me. That's what you should look for in a guy. I'm not saying look for a guy who's I'm gonna buy you everything. I'm saying look for a guy who's gonna be there with you and for you through any and everything. That's very important. Um, and I have some steps that you can some things that you can look for in a guy if you're trying to decide if he's worthy of having sex with. Number one, think about how long think about how sex will affect your relationship with him. If you haven't known him for a very long time, maybe a few months, in some cases a few weeks, that's not long. Think about how sex will affect you. I mean, if you haven't known him for very long and something happens after you have sex, that can make it kind of awkward. That'll cause tension. So think about that when you're deciding if he's the right guy. If that person will be a good parent, very important. A baby brings a lot of responsibility, a lot of time, effort into your life. Being a teenager in itself is hard and it's expensive. You have to pay for shopping. You want to have fun, go out on the weekends with your friends. You want to just chill. But if you have a baby, that brings in a lot more of your time. You have to do more. You can't spend hours and hours with your friends because you have to worry about, who's going to be there to watch your child. Maybe you wanted to go to homecoming this year, but you can't because you can't find a babysitter. So all those things are very important to think about. Think about that person's sex history. If that person has had multiple partners, you know, it's important to know if they've had their current checkup at the doctor, if they're protected, if they don't have any STs or STIs, because the condom can break, and if the condom breaks, then you're gonna get something, and that will affect the rest of your life dramatically, and it might get you pregnant. And if you and the guy have already talked about it, and he said that he doesn't want to have a baby, and you get pregnant, and if he leaves you, that would be horrible, and no one should have to go through that. If you do get pregnant, the guy should be there for you and with you through everything, through it all. He should be there in the baby's life the whole 18 years plus more. That's the part of being a parent, being there for your child through everything, even after they're 18. um Also, think about how you both would feel if the girl got pregnant, if the guy would leave you. That's very important. Just going back to how long you've known the guy. If you haven't known him for very long, then you may not know. Just think about how the guy handles situations. If when he's faced with rough times, does he run away? Does he stick to it? Does he go through it and be the man that he should be? And that's something that can help you think about. Because I mean, if you ask a guy if he wants to have sex with you, he's gonna say what you want to hear. So think about how he reacts to his own personal problems in life. Does he run away? Does he stay and face it and learn from his mistakes? Think about that kind of stuff. That will kind of help you figure out, if I get pregnant, he will be there for me or he won't. Um, and then my number one advice is to use protection. Protection is so important. It can prevent so many things, and in the long run, it will help out a lot because no one wants to have to deal with getting pregnant and they weren't planned and it wasn't planned. No one wants to have to get an STD. That's really embarrassing, also, for some people. And then pregnancy changes your life. It really does. Having a baby is really expensive. Having a baby changes your life because you won't be able to spend time with your friends anymore because you have to watch the child. You might have wanted to go to the movies with your friends, but you can't, or you can bring the baby along, but it won't be as fun because you're going to be the person that has to watch their child. If the baby starts to cry or change the diaper, you have to walk out and miss part of the movie. So just think about those kind of things. Because like I said, I do know people who are young, who have had a baby, who have a child at this age. I'm 16 years old, by the way, and it just breaks my heart because they have so much ahead of them. You should be thinking about college, your career, what you want to major in, and all that has to be paid for. And if you have a baby, then there's going to become more. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's going to be more difficult. It's going to take more time, effort, and money to get done. So I just want to say, lastly, I'm not bashing anyone who is having sex. I'm not bashing anyone who does have a baby. I'm just trying to get this information out there because I feel like so many teens are having sex and the media promotes it like crazy. You have the music videos, the TV shows, the movies, commercials. They all promote sex, and they don't really tell you guys the consequences that are associated with that decision. So just remember that, when your boyfriend does tell you that he loves you, compare it to the love that you get from your parents or your close, true friends or, your church members. Think about how they treat you. He doesn't have to do all those things, but he should do the important ones. He should be there for you when you need him. Um, the guy doesn't have to buy you everything in the world, but he should care about you and he should show you that you're important to him. He should have time, spend time with you, you know, and all that good stuff. So this video is almost 10 minutes. I'm gonna cut it short. I don't want it to be too long again. But thank you guys for listening. And if you have any questions for me, or any suggestions as to what you want to hear me talk about, just comment below. or you can email me on Facebook or on YouTube. I'm gonna post my email down below so you can find me on Facebook or email me or whatever you want to do. But like I said, I'm 16 years old, so I can give you guys some advice, whatever you want to hear about. But just remember, if you are going through this right now and you need someone to talk to, find an adult that you can trust, not someone who's gonna go and tell everyone your business, but you want to talk to somebody who you can trust, who you know has the best interest for your life. And like I said, I'm probably gonna make another video in a few. I just thought about something, but yeah, it was nice talking to you guys about this. Sorry, my first video that I made about this was 22 minutes long, and I talked a lot more in depth, but when I tried to send it to YouTube, it told me it was too long and they wouldn't play it, so I had to make it shorter. So yeah, thank you guys for listening again, and if you have any questions or anything, you can comment. Don't bash me. I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm not putting anybody down. I'm just telling you guys to be cautious. Please be cautious. Having a baby and getting an STD really does change your life, and that one night can change the rest of your life dramatically. Use protection, or if you're a Christian, wait till you're married. Just do what's best for you. Don't let the guy pressure you, because if you do, it won't be a good experience. I am a virgin, and I'm waiting for the right guy. I'm waiting for the guy who's going to be there for me through everything, the guy that honestly truly cares about me, and the guy that will wait for me, as long as it takes. So I just encourage you guys to stay true to yourself and have a good rest of your day. Bye.